In today's episode of the Hoof GP, we visit a cow with a bright blue foot and we find a huge amount of blocks still stuck on cows' feet, and we've no idea if those cows' feet are problematic or not.
We also have a muck-up with the Crush, a cuddle with Mark, and laugh our way through the day.
You're watching the Hoof GP.
And I won't let it rush when I see you dance, and the moment comes when I fall and time goes slow. I fall into you.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm absolutely shattered. I'm actually trying to do something. Let's say hello to Campbell. I'm actually trying to do something to fight the fat. So I've been in the gym for the last couple of weeks and I'm dying because of it, but I do feel slightly better. Say morning, Campbell.
Morning.
Morning, Kia.
Morning.
Kia and Campbell are 8 and 10 years old and they're currently getting ready for school. I'm slightly later this morning, had a little bit of a lie-in because our first farm isn't taking us for until slightly later in the day.
Oh, lunch looks good today, guys.
So you've seen the farm that we're at today quite a few times. It's a little bit different to every other farm that we go to because it's my brother-in-law Mark's farm. Well, it's not his farm, but he does work there. And at Mark's farm, he does kind of have his core cows, which are really, really well looked after, but they also buy cows in from all over the country, and they come in all sorts of shapes and sizes and conditions. So we do often see some quite interesting cows that we can do a huge amount of stuff to help. Probably give this morning a 7 out of 10. Decent, but not fantastic. Although my coffee is finished, make it a 7 out of 10. 6. Good morning, Kevin.
Morning.
How are you?
Very good, thanks.
A lot of you guys ask why our knives are so sharp, and I spend ages every single morning sharpening them to make sure they are razor sharp, because you make a much better job of trimming cows' feet when they are very, very sharp. So yes, it is in fact Kevin, obviously, who looks after the knives every morning or every other morning, depending on how many cows we've trimmed the day before. Kevin sharpens the knives, and it honestly does make a huge difference. Right, to the farm. Cancel that, cancel that, cancel that, cancel that, cancel that. I'm sure everybody's car's the same. Isn't it, Kev?
No problem.
Yeah, so we had to get a gate. I hate to say it, and I feel bad saying it, but we got rather a lot of people just driving into our house, and that's fine. It's nice to see you guys. It really is nice to see you guys. But when you're in your boxer shorts and not looking fantastic, then it can be slightly awkward. For you as much as me. Yeah, more for you. Kevin likes me in my boxer shorts though.
Yeah.
This California weather, it's like 90 degrees. It's making me hot and he has the same effect on me. It's just something about the way that he's making me feel. My insides are out, I just wanna shout his name. My body's giving up on me, cause I don't know what to do with my fingertips. I wanna run up through his hair, but I'm trying not to stare.
It was maybe a 6 out of 10 when we're at home, but it's wet and freezing in here. Kind of cold just gets into you, if that makes any sense. It does to me.
Get a little starstruck when I see him. I couldn't hate him even if I tried. Am I a little crazy to believe that I could wake up with him by my side? I know I could get his attention if I worked it all out. And we got a little tipsy on a Saturday night. Yeah, I want him and I need him. He's got a one-way ticket to my heart.
Look at that for a fine figure of a man.
Show me in 6 weeks' time.
Look at him. Mark's been at the gym with me as well, but he's not quite keeping up yet, like. They had one job they had. Boys, make sure the string's strong enough, will you?
That was Kevin. I snapped to my knot, look. I snapped to my knot. It was you picked a bad bit of string. Cheap string.
Cheap string, apparently. What is it they say about a man blaming his tools?
That's my original knot. It's not my fault because
Take two. This counter actually counts how many cows we do every day. So when we start in the morning, the first thing we have to do is reset it, just like that. I'm one of those people who needs targets. I need to know what's in front of me. If I've no idea how many cows there are, then yeah, it kind of screws me up for the day. Speaking of which, how many cows we got?
20.
Obviously not one of those people who needs to know how many cows there are.
Get a little starstruck when I see him. I couldn't hit him even if I tried. Am I a little crazy to believe that I could wake up with him by my side? I know I could get his attention if I worked it all out. And we got a little tipsy on a Saturday night. Yeah, one.
So first cow in, and these are actually Mark's problem cows, but you can see straight away she's had a problem in the last couple of days and he started treating it instantly, which makes a huge difference to us. If everybody could treat their cows as soon as any problem arises, can she be quite... excuse me? Filming on set. It's unbelievable the people you have to work with. But if any problem arises, the quicker it's dealt with and the quicker it's started to be treated, exactly like Mark's done here, it increases the chances of this being an easy trim or at least a quick heal immensely.
So at this point in the trim, I've no idea what the problem is. I don't even know how lame she is because I never got the opportunity to see her walking into the crush. I only know that she does have a major problem because Mark has already told me so. And if you look towards that dark area appearing in the white line on the left hand side of her hoof, that is where the problem is going to emanate from. All that remains to be discovered is what exactly that problem is.
You can see the hole, it's clearly infected with dermatitis. This hole has come by through accidental or incidental purposes. Kind of both, I suppose, isn't it? Incidental means something happened, doesn't it? Accident means they didn't mean to. Right, we haven't finished with this yet, but clearly there's an issue here that needs a block. So we'll get the grinder out onto it, tidy it up and let Kev boy get that block into position. So as I take the grinder out here, all I'm trying to do is prepare this inside claw ready for the block. I need to get it as flat as possible, but at the same time I'm being really delicate because I don't want to reduce the size of this claw if I don't need to. I need to remove the areas around the heel here to make sure it's as clean as possible so that the glue has every chance of sticking. And then as Kev pumps the glue onto this block, he's also mixing it to make sure that there is absolutely no way possible it can't be fully mixed. And once it's on, just look how beautiful that looks. Now that the block's in place, we'll give it a good clean and see if we've got everything we need to. This area here has been affected by dermatitis and this white line lesion has also got it on. So unfortunately, I think we're going to need to wrap it. We don't want to put a wrap on needlessly, so Kev boy is drying it just so that we can see it properly. What do you reckon, Kev? Wrap or no wrap?
Wrap.
Wrap?
Wrap.
Kev says wrap, so it's wrap. If you're going close to this, you can actually see the granulated tissue on this lesion. That is the dermatitis attacking the sole. She also has it up here on her heel. If this doesn't get dealt with, then there's absolutely no chance of it healing. The hoof horn is literally being eaten as it's being reformed. The Repoderma that he's spraying onto this foot had this process done to it called chelation, which basically means you can carry on, Kevin, don't worry. Kev hesitating there because I was on camera. Cows come first. Yeah, which basically means that the products within the Repoderma have been chelated. So it basically means they've been covered in an organic material so that the cow's immune defense system doesn't attack the Repoderma, and everything in the product that we're spraying on with that green spray that I'm talking about actually soaks into the cow's hoof horn and skin and is absorbed fully, which means it kills it from the inside outwards. Kind of. Beautiful. Right, let's crack on.
Baby, we don't gotta stay. Let's lose our minds. We could go crazy.
Here's an interesting cow. We actually had this cow in about 4 weeks ago, and she's got 2 blocks on her back feet.
And one here.
Make that 3. Right, Kev can quickly trim this front left foot, and then we'll see exactly what's going on with these other 3.
So for those of you who don't know, Kev is my brother-in-law, and he started working with us, the Hoof GP team, around 1.5 years ago. Kevin worked with dairy cows for pretty much all of his life. He hurt his back, and now he's a full-time cattle hoof trimmer, getting better and better with every single cow that he trims. Now this is the definition of a functional trim. This doesn't look pretty, this doesn't look very pretty, this doesn't look pretty, and this doesn't look pretty.
But it's all been trimmed perfectly. This cow's had problems on this foot as well, and all Kevin's done is touch it up and make sure they're still balanced and level. Doesn't look beautiful, but it is very, very functional. Right, let's see what the deal is with this cow.
Sole ulcer 1, front right. Sole ulcer 2, back left. Sole ulcer 2, back right, and 3 blocks.
Any wraps?
No wraps.
So true to form, this is a cow that was bought in, and we have seen her a couple of days after she arrived on this farm, and she's obviously needed 3 blocks, and she said 3 sole ulcers. So it'll be interesting to see if we've done our job. Mark's saying she's profitable for us. Isn't that the name of the game?
So you see.
To be honest, it's £10, $13 for a trim. It's £10 for a block, $13 for a block. So in total, this cow costs £40 to trim and put the blocks on, or about £50 roughly to trim and put the block. $50, sorry, to trim and put the blocks on. So really, a cow that was in pain, not doing that well, and well, we're just about to see if it was worthwhile or not. I hope I haven't said all this and then she's not made any improvement. Right, these cows are walking through straw, which is why their feet look like this, and also why if we tried to wash them, we would get pretty much nowhere. So I'm not sure if this is healed. Hoof Grip Pro doing its thing, look at that, green glue everywhere.
Revisiting a cow like this, one that we've previously trimmed and applied the block to because she's had a problem, is incredibly valuable for both us and for the cow. From our point of view, it's a learning curve. It lets us know what we did before works, or if it doesn't work. And if this cow isn't healing completely perfectly, we can fix any small defects in the healing process and make sure that she does make as quick a recovery as possible.
So here obviously has been where the main problem has been. It's definitely not wide open now, but I'm not sure if it's completely healed or not. I could cut a huge chunk away here if I wanted to, by the way. Kevin has made a really good job of these knives. But I'm just trying to scratch the surface to see if I need to take any more away or not. Now clearly we wouldn't have put a block on for this tiny little issue that is here now, which means we have done a good job, and this foot anyway has been worthwhile in dealing with. Just check this little white line issue. She's got enough block on there that we're not going to replace it, and she's not lame on this foot anymore, so we're not going to take it off to check because she's fine. This white line problem has healed up as well. Just going to shorten this toe up a little bit, and that'll be her on this foot. Right, next foot. That one was a success. Again, her foot is compacted with muck and manure. She's just walked through a straw-bedded pen. These cows are really well looked after here. This straw, although it's mucky on their feet, is fantastic for a nice soft packed bed for them to recover and recuperate on. So this one's slightly different. This is a sole ulcer or a sole fracture on the inside claw, so slightly unusual. Hoof Grip Pro again working really well. The block's still in place and it's not moving anywhere. So I'm taking the grinder here and removing just gently the top layers of hoof horn. I don't want to insult any of this part that's beginning to heal, so I need to be as gentle as possible. And now that that's finished, we're going to start with the knife, but not before we've given it a quick clean. Oh, look at this, look at this, look at this. How good is this looking? You can see clearly where there's been a sole fracture here and there's been some sort of ulcer here. Obviously we don't remember every cow's foot perfectly, but it's very, very obvious where the problems have been. Just take the knife here and just make sure, you see there's a little bit of overburdening hoof on there. In fact, this could be slightly open. Is it? No, it's not. Yay! It's bright yellow, by the way, because this has been bleeding. So the last time we trimmed this has been a very, very bad foot. The yellowness in the hoof horn is the serums from the blood seeping into the horn as it's constructed. A little bit of overburdening hoof horn there. Detached hoof horn, should I say. Don't worry, I'll give it a little clean and a polish and a wipe for you all to see properly. Gotta let the dog see the rabbit. Oh, 2 out of 2. That ain't bad. Right. Hoof number 3. Right. This is looking promising as well. Now, I don't think it would have been me that trimmed this. It would probably it would have been Kevin, I think. The reason I say that is because usually in this farm, when Craig is helping me, he'll lift all of the feet, Kevin will get the cows in, and when Kevin's got the next cow in, he comes forward and trims the front right foot. So it was probably Kevin here. So yeah, all eyes on Kevin. He doesn't look nervous in the slightest. Okay, we've scratched most of the dirt off. I don't want to spray loads of wet water. I don't want to spray loads of water in this area. It would clean it up. It would also make the whole area really slippery. And using electrical items with loads and loads of water isn't fantastic. Plus, look, we're getting on fine without the area being washed down. Only people that would really benefit is you. And no offence, the cow's more important. Sorry, don't crucify me. Another foot completely healed. This is just, wait a minute. Mark, if you're watching this, can you just turn off for the next 15 or so seconds? Right, now he's gone. This is just testament to somebody like Mark. So Mark has seen that first cow that we trimmed. We sprayed her constantly until we arrived, and that's really helped. Mark isn't a hoof trimmer, so he couldn't lift her foot and couldn't do much about it. But he has done everything he could. Now he's given us this cow at the earliest moment he could, which is when she arrived on the farm. But not only that, he's followed up, and he will keep following up until all of his cows are completely healthy and lameness free. That is the difference between farms which really cure cows' feet and farms which aren't quite able to. Well done, Mark. Right, can somebody text Mark and tell me he can watch again? So you can see it has 100% healed. But we're going to leave the block in position because this is slightly low and slightly thin, and we don't want it to go backwards. Oh, and by the way, well done, Kevin.
Thank you.
It really is satisfying when that happens. 100% healed, Mark. I'm on a few words. What's that? He's just told me he's eating a fizzy fish.
Oh, you've got a couple.
A couple is more than one.
No, I had to walk through here.
Oh, he had to walk 100 yards. Whose cow's that, Mark?
Ours.
Yep. My good tripod.
Quite easy, bro.
That's what they used to call me at college. Tripod. It's not true, it's not. I wish it was. Right, onward. We're just laughing. There's a guy called, what's his name? The guy called Jeremy that we met at a conference. He's a cowboy from Texas, basically. And I can't remember the name of his page, or...
Something Western Hoof Trimmer or something?
Western... No,
that's my phone's in the pickup.
Is it the Hoof Cowboy? I think it's the Hoof
it
Cowboy.
could be,
Something like that. Anyway, we met him at a conference and he's a really nice guy. And Craigie Boy said, "Oh, you'd be really good at the videos. You should do videos." And then Kevin's just telling me that Craig went, "Oh, hope Graham didn't hear me say that." I don't mind who makes videos of cows' feet. It's all good.
Hey, now look into my eyes. You can use them as a mirror, baby. You're my ticket to paradise. Hey, now everything's alright.
And just like that, we have another cow in here which we saw 4 weeks ago. Again, with some pretty bad problems. Block still in position. Again, she's had a sole ulcer in here. We're just about to find out how it's doing now. But that one also has a problem. Again, block still on. And this one also has been a sole ulcer. Right, we will start here and we'll find out how this is doing. You can see in here where the sole ulcer has been. It's quite rare for a cow to have had a problem in here. Mark pointed out that this cow came from the exact same farm as that other cow. So it doesn't surprise me at all that she has multiple problems, or hopefully has had multiple problems. Right, we'll just be as gentle as possible, removing this top layer of hoof horn. This hasn't grown quite as much as the last one actually, so we don't need to take quite so much off. But here has been where the problem lay or lies, depending on how we have done. There is the ulcer right there at the tip of my knife. Now that has started to granulate, so in other words, hoof horn has started to be formed over the top of it. As I move my knife there, actually I can see that a bit of fluid is coming out, so I'm not sure if this has healed. Oh, I don't know about you guys, but I'm basically holding my breath here. Sorry, struggling to talk and commentate and do this at the same time. Oh, come on. This is the axial wall. It's extending down to basically the wall between the two claws, and they're notoriously hard to heal. I'm just about to say it's healed, but I'm not totally sure it has. Right, wash time. This block is actually wearing kind of funny. You can see it's sitting over this foot, so I'm actually going to separate these two and trim this back with the grinder. So I'm trimming this block back with the grinder because sometimes these blocks encroach onto the good foot and they can actually start to cause a problem themselves. This will also help with slurry dispersal because the top of the block is basically hanging into the interdigital space, meaning any dirt or manure that gets up in there will be stuck in there. Right, now we can get at it. Let's finish. I've got my fingers in a very precarious place. I'm cutting towards them and this hoof horn is really hard, so I'm trying not to put too much force through the knife because one slip and bye-bye finger. Right, if we look up in there, but it's looking really, really good. There's a slight bit of a crack right here, but it is just superficial. But she does, however, have a bit of a growth right up in there where you can't see it. So we'll spray it with iodine, and that should shrink it up. Right, next foot. So as I start to grind away on this outer claw, you can see pith appearing, that white powdery substance. All that is hoof horn shedding away because it's drying out, because the conditions on this farm mean it's able to. Right, knife time. Just about to say I'm fairly certain this is healed. Actually, yes, it definitely has healed. Fantastic, look at that. 5 out of 5, and this hoof trimmer is a very happy boy. You can just see a bit of bruising in there, so we'll just take this modelled area a little bit deeper just to give it a bit more relief to make sure it's not in contact with the ground. Rid of that a little bit. You can clearly see where that sole ulcer has been.
and it has completely healed.
That's 5 out of 5 and I am really happy, but we do have a lot more cows to do, so we better crack on.
Now look into my eyes. You can use them as a mirror, baby. You're my ticket to paradise.
Blood, sweat, tears and cows, laughter, love, surrounded by family. That's our day in, day out, and we absolutely love it.
Just like that. We're on the last cow. It hasn't been a bad day at all. A day actually filled with healing cows' feet, which for me as a hoof trimmer is obviously the dream come true. All we've got to do now is pack this thing up, get it back out of this shed, all the way down the race, which when you're going to the gym, like I am now, isn't too much of a problem. Then, as with every farm, we wash the entire crush to make sure it's as spotless as it can possibly be for the next person in line. You've been watching the Hoof GP, folks. Thank you very much for joining us today. Bye! See you next time.